level. So when you're looking at that and looking at all the other things that factor into it, I would say the Raiders played a great game the first time because they played keep away. Right. Time of possession. Per drive, they're number one offensively. They kept Pat Mahomes on the sideline. They ran the football extremely well. The defense doesn't do anything great, but they're out there. They got 11 sacks, 6 of them by Crosby. If the entire defense may not play, they got their hands full. It's an uphill battle.
That's
so
a problem.
Hopefully guys get back on the football field, test negative, and they can keep going.
I know you've heard this before. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Right. Who does that sound like to you? Like our James Jones, who we're bringing in now. Now, JJ, back in Week 5, the Raiders handed the Chiefs their first loss of the season. What is your advice to them now, given all of this, for them to really be able to get another dub?
Well, just like Willie said, their defense doesn't do anything great anyway. So going up against Patrick Mahomes, it really don't matter who takes the field on the defensive side of the ball, which leads me to my point. The reason why they won this football game last time they played the Kansas City Chiefs is strictly because they kept Patrick Mahomes on the sideline for 10 minutes of that ball game. They had time of possession for 10 extra minutes. Patrick Mahomes can't throw it to Tyreek Hill. He can't throw it to Travis Kelce if he's on the sideline. So that is what the Raiders need to do. Make this game ugly. In the trenches, Josh Jacobs, Booker, run the ball downhill at these Kansas City Chiefs. Force these guys to tackle these two backs all game long. And as they get tired, you are going to see this. Running through arm tackles, busting big runs, but they have to make this game ugly, force the Chiefs to come up and tackle them. And then when you have a chance to play action pass with those speedsters on the outside, Nelson Agholor, Henry Ruggs, then take your shot. But to win this ball game, to sweep the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, you have to make it ugly and run this football right at them.
They heard that, JJ, and they also watched the tape. So when you're looking at Kansas City offense, they can start fast. If they get out 14, 17 points, even 21, the run game is gone. Now you got to put the ball into Derek Carr's hand, who has at the bottom of the league when it comes to pass attempts. So they've taken a lot of the throws out of his hand, and they've got more balance shifting towards the running game. If they put the ball more in his hand, then that's a different ball game.
Right, a completely different story that we see there.
Too. And what I will say to the Raiders, you win the toss, give us the football. Do not give it to Patrick Mahomes and allow him to start fast. Give us the football, and let's start controlling that clock right now.
JJ says they already have the formula. Just stick to it. Okay. That grit the silver and black is known for. Willie and JJ, thank you.
Here's a pass on the left side. There's caught ball, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Brady takes the snap, play action fake, rolling to his left, throws it to his left, caught ball. Great catch by Mike Evans. Play action fake, lob to the end zone. Gronkowski with a touchdown, nobody near him. And that New England combination now in Buccaneer pewter and red connects again. Well, Tom Brady just doing his thing.
All right, well, Brady and the Bucs offense seem to be getting into their rhythm again just in time to face a Rams defense that's on another level this season. 31 sacks in 9 games, including 6 last week. None of them, by the way, came from Aaron Donald. Meanwhile, the Bucs are among the best at keeping Tom Brady on his feet. Cannot wait for this one. Our Hall of Famer, Kurt Warner, joins me now. Now, I've been waiting for this matchup, Kurt. So who has the edge, in your opinion? Is it the Rams defense or the Bucs offense?
Well, MJ, I'm with you. I can't wait for this matchup as well. All those weapons of Tampa Bay against what you just showed, that defense and Aaron Donald doing for the Rams. I'm going to give a slight edge here to that Rams defense. And the reason why is if you go back and look at Tampa Bay and their 3 losses this year, it has been against teams that have been able to get pressure on Tom Brady with 4 guys, where they don't have to, bring blitzes and bring extra guys and leave holes in the defense. They can pressure with 4 and allow the other guys to play on the back end. So the Saints 2 times, obviously the Bears in that big win that the Bears got, those are teams that can rush with 4. That is what the Rams like to do. Aaron Donald and company, we're going to let you 4 get pressure on the quarterback. Jalen Ramsey and company, you are going to play on the back end. So I think the formula is right for this Rams defense to slow down this Bucs offense, so I give them the slight advantage.
Ooh, when the QB says the defense has the edge, you know it's real. Kurt, thank you, and stick around because we'll be back with your top 3 QB storylines for Week 11. The Rams with a great matchup there. Elsewhere in the NFC West, though, it's a short week for the Cardinals as they face the Seahawks on Thursday Night Football tomorrow. Steve Smith Sr. goes one-on-one with DeAndre Hopkins. You can catch that on Thursday Night Kickoff. And coming up later on NFL Total Access, we'll have a live report from Steve Wyche, who's in Seattle ahead of the game. All right, Drew Brees got the second opinion he wanted, but the results were the same. 5 fractured ribs and a collapsed lung. Doctors have yet to determine a time frame for Brees' return. So what's next? Our James Palmer has more.
Saints quarterback Drew Brees was at practice on Wednesday in New Orleans, but just observing as he's recovering from multiple rib fractures. And head coach Sean Payton, addressing the media on Wednesday, provided no insight whatsoever into what's going on at the quarterback position with his football team. But the assumption is that former #1 overall pick Jameis Winston, as he looks to resurrect his career, will get the start against the Falcons on Sunday. He came to what he called the Harvard Graduate School of Quarterback Play in New Orleans to learn from Brees, to learn from Sean Payton. He watches film constantly with Brees, prepares with Brees, and after practice, to prepare himself, takes countless extra reps and throws. But the big question is, will he alleviate his turnover issues? Well, he has constant conversations with Brees about taking risks and when to take the risks and how to protect the football. He says he just watches Brees constantly and tries to visualize himself doing it. The 3 big things he's brought to New Orleans since he arrived: his energy, his enthusiasm, and his leadership. All 3 have been prominent in the eyes of those in New Orleans.
Andy Dalton will be back under center in Week 11. Dallas Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy said Wednesday that Dalton would be activated from the reserve COVID-19 list. Dalton suffered a concussion back in Week 7. All right, let's go to more news from around the league with Ian Rappaport. Now, Ian, the Panthers had Christian McCaffrey back for 1 game before he got hurt again. What's the latest on McCaffrey's status?
Well, the original thought was that Christian McCaffrey would be back this week for the Carolina Panthers against the Lions. In fact, head coach Matt Rule expressed optimism that McCaffrey would be back on the field. Fast forward a couple of days, he did not practice today. A little bit of a surprise, and then the team ruled him out essentially for Sunday's game. So McCaffrey dealing with that painful shoulder injury you're seeing right here. They continue to go with the cautious approach for their star running back. They did it with his high ankle sprain, dealing with his shoulder. Want to make sure he is 100% before he gets out there. So you are not going to see him this week. Mike Davis is going to be the starting running back. Better news for the quarterback position. Teddy Bridgewater suffered a sprained MCL. He was back at practice today, albeit on a limited basis. Didn't sound like he did too much, but just the fact that he was on the field gives him a shot to face the Lions on Sunday.
All righty, and thank you. And of course, we have other notable injuries, of course, to look at. Unfortunately, here's a look around the league. So Drew Brees is likely out for the Saints. Meanwhile, Alvin Kamara is back on the injury report with a foot. On the other side of the ball, Cam Jordan missed practice with a back. The Panthers continue to monitor Devontae Adams' ankle. He was limited today. Meanwhile, Drew Lock sustained an injury to his ribs in Week 10 and was not at practice today, while Lions quarterback Matthew Stafford did not participate with a right thumb. Still to come on NFL Total Access, Kurt Warner's got 3 storylines so good, you're going to want to rearrange your Sunday plans. The Seattle Seahawks have a defense so not good, they're going to want to listen to Willie's advice on stopping Kyler. Plus, why the Titans and Ravens won't be decided by the stats of